Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I would not just like to show you another lingerie video, but this one is going to focus on the difference between a girdle, a waist cincher and of course the corset, and how they change your silhouette when you're wearing this kind of vintage garment. So let's get into it. In case you didn't know what each of these garments are, I will quickly run through them before showing you what they actually look like on my body. First of all, we start with this lovely girdle from the brand Rago, which is one of my favorite brands for these girdles. And as you can see, it is a panty girdle. And it goes from right under my bust all the way down over my bum until my thighs, so that you're really smoothing out everything. And as you can see all through the back here, you've got power mesh. And there are some thin reinforcements. Not all girdles are panty girdles, but this one is definitely one. So you can see there are some small reinforcements through the tummy section, but for the most part it is power mesh pulling everything together. That is doing great. It also does have stocking attachments, I show you, so that you can hold your stocking up as well. I absolutely love this one. I own it in black and of course in white. Okay guys, once I was asked how to manage some natural human needs in one of these. I can appease you due to that it is crotchless, as you can see here. You won't have any problems at the restroom. Let's climb up the ladder and check out the waist cincher. It is made from power mesh and satin, so it's super stretchy. Yeah, it's something like biceps training. And it has panels with reinforcements, and the reinforcements are thicker and shape you through the waist and give you that wasp waist effect. However, it doesn't have the boning structure that a corset has. So I think it's actually something between a girdle and a corset, because it gives you some structure, but it's still some kind of, I would say, friendly to your waist and does not apply too much force to achieve an hourglass figure. This lovely one is from the brand What Katie Did, and as you can see, it also has straps attached, so you can wear it with stockings, and you will see me wearing it later. Okay, finally we have the corset now. Corsets come in all sorts of shapes and size. I'm using a mesh one in today's video, and it's quite warm outside, and the mesh makes sure that I don't overheat when I'm trapped in it. This one is from the brand Orchid Corset, so once you're strapped into this one, it is controlling the shape of your body. So this is what a corset is meant for. So there's a really big difference between the power mesh of the waspy and the girdle, as well as and tight corset. It is not for the faint-hearted. So you can see it is not stretchable. The tightness of a corset can be adjusted at the back. And while the waspy and the girdle does not offer this feature, you really are able to lace a corset so tight that you possibly really are able to achieve an hourglass figure. You see that I need suspender belt on this one to hold my stockings. Some corsets have holders attached, but most have not. So I added a suspender belt to the corset. I actually use one with 6 straps, as I'm wearing seamed stockings and 6 ones are better than 4 to hold the seam in place. So yeah. By the way, a lot of traditional corsets used whale bones as reinforcement, but today's corsets usually are steel boned like this one, so they are really strong and sturdy and are going to withdraw the force that your body might give back, especially when you're sitting or bent over. Despite the complaining and a lot of rumors out there are plenty of things you can do in a corset. And I already made 2 videos all about wearing corsets, so if you are interested in corsets or if you like your partner to try them out, I'm going to link them here in the upper right corner and as well as in the video's description. Okay guys, one of the things you might not do in a corset is eating a big meal at once. A hamburger. Yum, yum. So instead of having a complete hamburger, you have to switch to alternative or eat this one bit by bit. But now let me show how each item looks, how I put them on and how they are going to change my silhouette. So the first candidate we have the girdle. It just pulls on with that power mesh stretching over my body and I can close it with a zipper at the side. It does cover all the way up from the leg to the bust, so this is probably a good choice for getting a smooth line under your clothing. It is much more a gentle curvation than an incisive element in the waist. It does support your curves well, but it's hard to achieve an hourglass figure with it. If you're looking out for that, it may be not strong enough to put your body into this curve. You may experience a little bit of spillage over the top, so try to go with a long line bra to get this managed. In my case, my short secret and lace bullet bra goes well with it. Here is what it looks like underneath one of my dresses. You get a nice lined shape when you're wearing a body-tight dress. So that was the girdle, which really did nice, but let's move on to the waist cincher. The waist cincher can be closed with a hook and eye and like on bras. I have 3 different hook lines, depending on how tight I want it to be. So you have some kind of adjustment which the girdle didn't have. Today we are gonna make it tight to give it a real chance against the other competitors. So I'm taking the smallest circumference. It's quite simple, as I say, it really does focus on the midsection, and again you can combine it with a long line bra if there's some kind of bulge at the upper part of the garment. This is what it looks like, and this is what it looks like when I have the same tight green dress on. As you can see, I would say it's a pretty smooth silhouette. Nice. Love it. Okay, the last of the 3. Finally we have the corset. First job is always undoing and releasing the laces at the back so that I have a smooth start when I put it on. Corsets usually have a button and eye closure at the front, so before I'm going to lace me up at the back, I have to latch the closure at the front. Good that I previously released the laces at the back, so it's an easy job. Then we start lacing, and it is some kind of tricky sometimes. It needs a little bit of training and dexterity, but finally, bit by bit, I'm achieving and that I was wishing for, the hourglass figure. At this point, I would again like to refer to my other corset videos, especially when you are new to corsets. Don't expect to get it very tight at the first attempt, as well as the corset must be seasoned and should be worn in, otherwise you risk to damage your corset and you just feel uncomfortable in it. Be patient with corset training and check out my other videos about that, as they can help to avoid the one and other mistakes which one easily can make here. Here is what the finished product looks like. So guys, it depends on the dress if the corset later is visible under your dress or not. But generally, when wearing a corset, you should not have a problem showing it to others. It's a beautiful piece of garment and a very feminine on top of that. I love it, and yeah, you see on my dress that my waistline is so small and reduced from the corset that the dress is a little too loose fit, so I'm able to wear a very tight belt, so I can put more with the belt, more the focus on the middle section, so you can see. That is only possible with a real corset. I sometimes even wear them on the top of dress when I would like to put the focus onto my waist, and as far I can say, nothing beats the shape that you are going to get with the corset. As you can see here, it starts with the girdle, heads to the waspy and ends with the corset. So finally, let's have all three garments side by side on one screen so that you can easily see the differences between them. I can tell you that if you would like to wear a true retro outfit, a girdle should not be missed out, as it gives a wonderful feeling and the first level of shaping and support. It can be a panty girdle or one without leg support, and you even can combine it with other garments like the waist cincher or corset. If you would like to go one step ahead, go with the waist cincture, as it adds a little bit more force, and as a retro outfit usually includes a tiny waist, this is what helps you to reach that target. Finally, if you're familiar with retro garments, just wearing a girdle or a waist cincture won't satisfy you enough. So you would not like to have any trade-offs. So you will go with the true one, the real and only one, the corset. So guys, I hope I was able to give you a few impressions about the 3 options you have to get an hourglass shape. So I'm happy about your comments, and please give me a thumb up, and of course I'm happy about your subscription. So see you soon. Yes, and